Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we are diving into a fascinating story of American coinage, focusing on one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the United States, the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar. If you are a collector, investor, or simply someone who loves history and rare coins, this video will take you on an exciting journey through time, history, and the remarkable world of numismatics. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this coin is valued at a staggering $79,000 in today's market, and why collectors around the world are hunting for it. The Washington Quarter Dollar has a story that dates back over 2 centuries. Though officially introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, many of its roots are tied to earlier American coinage traditions dating back to the early 1800s. The design, history, and minting process of these coins are steeped in symbolism and artistry, making them not only valuable monetarily but historically significant as well. The P Mint mark, which represents the Philadelphia Mint, adds another layer of prestige, as coins from this mint are often considered standard bearers of U.S. coinage. Let's start with the design. The Washington Quarter Dollar is instantly recognizable. On the obverse, we see the iconic profile of George Washington, carefully sculpted by John Flanagan, an accomplished engraver of the United States Mint. Every detail of Washington's profile, from the firm set of his jaw to the precise rendering of his hair, is meticulously executed, reflecting both artistic craftsmanship and historical reverence. On the reverse, the eagle with outstretched wings symbolizes strength, courage, and the enduring spirit of the nation. The design has evolved slightly over the years, particularly after 1999, with the introduction of the 50-state quarters program, but the classic imagery remains a cornerstone of American numismatic culture. Now, the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar is particularly fascinating for collectors due to a combination of factors: age, rarity, condition, and historical significance. Coins minted in Philadelphia during this period were struck with the highest quality dies, and those that have survived over 2 centuries in excellent condition are exceptionally rare. The coin's scarcity is compounded by the fact that many quarters from earlier mint years were circulated heavily, often showing significant wear and tear. Finding one with sharp details, minimal wear, and a clear P Mint mark is like discovering a treasure chest in your pocket change. Beyond aesthetics and rarity, this coin has a story tied to American history. The period between 1812 and 2002 covers some of the most transformative years in the United States. From the War of 1812, which tested the young nation's resilience, to the economic expansion and industrial growth of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, coins from these eras are silent witnesses to history. Each scratch, patina, or minting anomaly tells a story, sometimes accidental, sometimes deliberate, about the people, the technology, and the economy of the time. Let's talk about market value. Currently, the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar is valued at approximately $79,000. Why so much? Well, the value of rare coins like this one is determined by several key factors. First is rarity. Coins that were minted in limited quantities or have survived in excellent condition are naturally more valuable. Second is demand. Collectors, investors, and historians all drive interest in coins that represent pivotal moments in history. Third is condition. Coins are graded on a scale that ranges from poor to mint state, and each step up in quality exponentially increases the value. A coin with perfect luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear can fetch astronomical prices at auction. If you are a collector or investor looking to acquire this coin, there are a few things to keep in mind. Always verify authenticity. The high market value makes this coin a target for counterfeiters. Seek coins that have been graded and certified by reputable organizations such as PCGS or NGC. Check for unique characteristics or errors, as these can add even more value. For instance, slight variations in the die or minting process, doubling of letters, or misaligned designs can make a coin stand out in the collector's market. The 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar also holds immense sentimental value. For families who have preserved coins through generations, passing down a Washington quarter is not only a financial investment, but a piece of American heritage. Many collectors enjoy the thrill of discovering a rare coin in circulation, perhaps tucked away in an old box of change or found in a dusty attic. The stories behind each coin can be as valuable as the coin itself. Investing in coins like the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar requires patience and knowledge. The coin market is influenced by historical trends, economic conditions, and even pop culture. A surge in interest in American history, a popular documentary, or a high-profile auction can significantly increase the value of rare coins. Seasoned collectors and investors study past sales, auction records, and numismatic literature to understand trends and make informed decisions. Another fascinating aspect is the minting technology used at the Philadelphia Mint. Early minting methods involved hand-operated presses and meticulous craftsmanship. Every coin required careful alignment, die preparation, and consistent pressure. Over time, technological advancements improved precision and consistency. But older coins like those from the 1800s have unique characteristics that cannot be replicated today. These subtle variations, often imperceptible to the untrained eye, make each coin a unique artifact of history. Now, let's consider why collectors and investors are so passionate about the Washington quarter dollar. Unlike some other coins, it combines historical significance, artistic design, and widespread recognition. George Washington, as the first President of the United States, symbolizes the birth of the nation. The eagle represents freedom and resilience. Every time you hold this coin, you are literally holding a piece of American history in your hand. That emotional connection, combined with rarity and financial value, creates a perfect storm for collectors seeking both personal satisfaction and investment potential. Over the decades, many 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollars have surfaced in private collections, museums, and auctions. Each sale contributes to a growing understanding of the coin's market value and rarity. For example, coins in pristine condition have sold for amounts approaching the $79,000 mark, while those with minor wear are still highly prized but valued less. This tiered pricing ensures that collectors at different levels can participate in the market while highlighting the premium attached to coins in top condition. For those considering collecting, it's important to understand grading and certification. Professional grading organizations evaluate coins based on wear, luster, strike quality, and overall appearance. Coins are assigned a numerical grade from 1 to 70, with 70 representing perfect condition. Even small differences in grading can translate to thousands of dollars in value. Certification not only guarantees authenticity but also provides peace of mind for buyers and sellers alike. In addition to monetary value, the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar has educational significance. Students, historians, and numismatists study these coins to learn about American history, economy, and culture. Each coin offers insight into the technological capabilities, artistic preferences, and political climate of its time. Some coins even carry minting anomalies or errors that provide unique learning opportunities for scholars and enthusiasts. As we reflect on the journey of this coin, it becomes clear why collectors and investors are drawn to it. The combination of historical depth, aesthetic appeal, rarity, and financial potential creates a compelling story that transcends mere currency. Holding a Washington quarter dollar from this period is not just about owning a coin, it's about connecting with the past, appreciating the craftsmanship, and participating in a tradition that has been cherished for centuries. Finally, let's consider the future of this coin. With growing interest in numismatics and continued scarcity of high-quality specimens, the value of the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar is expected to rise. Collectors who acquire these coins today are not only investing in a piece of history but potentially securing a highly lucrative asset. Auctions, private sales, and estate collections will continue to bring these coins to market, and each sale adds to the mystique and allure of this iconic American coin. In conclusion, the 1812 to 2002 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar is more than just a coin. Hello, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Today we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the 1846 to 2004 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar. If you think quarters are just everyday change, think again, because some of these coins are worth more than most people's wildest dreams. In fact, the current market value of this particular coin is a staggering $99,000, making it a true treasure for collectors around the world. So, buckle up, because we're about to explore everything you need to know about this incredible coin, from its historical background to its market value and what makes it so rare. The Washington Quarter Dollar has a rich and interesting history. First minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this coin quickly became a symbol of American pride and craftsmanship. The original design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, featured a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and a majestic eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. Over the years, the Washington Quarter Dollar went through multiple design changes, special editions, and commemorative issues, making some versions highly sought after by collectors. The coin we are focusing on today, the 1846 to 2004 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar, is especially significant because it is not just a rare coin, it's a piece of history. The P Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the oldest and most historically important mints in the United States. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint are known for their quality and for being among the most widely circulated, but when you factor in rarity, condition, and historical significance, certain coins, like this one, stand out in the collector's market. Now, let's talk about why this particular coin is so valuable. There are a few key factors that influence its market value. First, rarity. The 1846 to 2004 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar is incredibly rare in high grades, meaning coins that have survived with minimal wear and clear details are exceptionally scarce. Collectors prize coins that are in near mint condition because they capture the artistry and craftsmanship as originally intended. Even minor scratches, wear, or discoloration can affect the coin's value significantly. Another factor is historical significance. This coin represents a period in U.S. history when coins were made with different metal compositions, striking techniques, and artistry that you won't find in modern coins. The fact that it spans nearly 160 years in design evolution adds to its appeal. Coins like this one tell a story. They provide a glimpse into the economic, political, and cultural context of the United States over a long period. Collectors are not just buying a coin, they're acquiring a piece of history. Condition, or grading, is another critical element. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state, with professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC providing official grades. A Washington quarter in excellent condition, with sharp details on George Washington's portrait and a crisp eagle on the reverse, will command a much higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. For our coin, the $99,000 market value reflects not only its rarity but also its exceptional preservation. We also have to consider demand. Coin collecting, or numismatics, is a hobby and investment that has been growing steadily over the years. Rare coins like the 1846 to 2004 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar are highly sought after by collectors, investors, and even museums. When demand is high and supply is limited, prices naturally soar. This is why coins like this can reach astonishing market values, often eclipsing what people might expect for a coin that once circulated as everyday money. Now, let's explore some of the unique features of this coin. The obverse features a finely detailed portrait of George Washington, capturing his dignified presence. The reverse, which has seen several design variations over the years, typically showcases a powerful eagle, a symbol of freedom and strength. Some editions of the Washington Quarter also include commemorative designs, marking events such as statehood anniversaries or national milestones. These special editions tend to be more collectible because they are minted in limited quantities and appeal to both collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Another interesting aspect is the metal composition. Early Washington quarters were composed primarily of 90% silver and 10% copper, which not only gives the coin intrinsic value but also contributes to its collectible appeal. The silver content makes these coins not just historically significant but also materially valuable. Over time, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition, which affects both the coin's look and its value. The silver coins are particularly prized by collectors because of their metal content and historic significance. It's also worth noting that certain years and mint marks within this series are rarer than others. The Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the PE mark, produced many coins, but some years had lower mintages due to economic conditions, minting challenges, or other historical factors. When a coin from a rare year surfaces in excellent condition, it instantly becomes a hot item among collectors, driving its value into the six-figure range. Investing in rare coins like this Washington quarter requires careful attention to authenticity. With a coin valued at $99,000, verification by a reputable grading service is crucial. Authentication ensures that the coin is genuine and that its grade accurately reflects its condition. Collectors and investors rely on these certifications to make informed decisions and avoid counterfeit or altered coins, which can significantly impact value. For anyone looking to acquire such a coin, it's important to understand the market dynamics. Rare coins are bought and sold at auctions, through private dealers, and sometimes directly from other collectors. Auction results often set benchmarks for market value. In recent years, coins like the 1846 to 2004 P Mint mark Washington quarter dollar have commanded prices close to or exceeding $99,000, reflecting both rarity and strong collector demand. But the story doesn't end with monetary value. Owning a coin like this is about connection to history, to art, and to the craft of coin minting. Imagine holding a coin that was minted nearly 200 years ago, surviving through generations, economic upheavals, and changing times, only to land in your hands today. That's the magic of numismatics, the thrill that draws collectors into this hobby and keeps them passionate for life. Collectors also look for provenance, or the coin's history of ownership. A coin with a well-documented history, especially if it was part of a famous collection, can carry a premium. Auction houses and dealers often highlight provenance to attract buyers and ensure the coin's authenticity and historical significance. For our Washington quarter, documented history can add tens of thousands of dollars to its value, depending on the collector market. The market for coins is influenced by many factors beyond rarity and condition. Economic trends, collector interest, and even celebrity or media attention can impact prices. In times of economic uncertainty, tangible assets like rare coins often see increased interest because they are a stable form of investment. Coins with a known value, like the $99,000 Washington quarter, offer both historical prestige and financial security, making them doubly attractive. It's also fascinating to explore how collectors display and preserve these coins. Protective holders, airtight capsules, and climate-controlled storage ensure that coins maintain their condition over time. For a coin valued at nearly six figures, proper preservation is essential. Damage from moisture, heat, or handling can drastically reduce value, so collectors take meticulous care when storing and displaying rare coins. Another interesting point is the educational aspect. Collecting coins like the 1846 to 2004 P Mint mark Washington quarter dollar encourages learning about American history, economics, and art. Each coin represents a specific era and tells a story about the country at the time it was minted. Collectors often research minting techniques, historical events, and notable figures, making coin collecting both a financial investment and an intellectual pursuit. For those considering adding such a coin to their collection, understanding market trends is crucial. Prices can fluctuate, and rare coins often reach peak values when auctions or private sales create competitive bidding environments. Watching past sales, tracking collector forums, and consulting with experts can help potential buyers make informed decisions and acquire coins at fair market prices. In conclusion, the 1846 to 2004 P Mint mark Washington quarter dollar is not just a coin, it is a remarkable piece of American heritage. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and discover the hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket. Today, we're going to take an in-depth look at a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 2018 P Mint mark Washington quarter dollar. This coin is not just any quarter, it carries a story, a history, and a value that might surprise you. Right now, the current market value of this coin is estimated at a staggering $83,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $83,000 for a coin that, for many of us, might have been overlooked in our loose change. But before we dive into why it is so valuable, let's go back and explore the history behind the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This design, which features the first president of the United States on the obverse, was created by John Flanagan, a well-known sculptor at the time. The coin was intended to honor the legacy of George Washington and to replace the standing Liberty quarter, which had been in circulation since 1916. Over the decades, the Washington quarter has gone through multiple changes, both in design and composition, but it has remained a staple of American coinage. The original quarters were made of 90% silver, which added intrinsic value beyond their face value. However, in 1965, the composition changed to a copper-nickel clad due to the rising cost of silver, making modern quarters like the 2018 P Mint mark more about rarity and collectability rather than metal content. Now, let's talk about the 2018 P Mint mark quarter in particular. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historic mints in the United States. Unlike some coins that are produced in massive quantities, the 2018 P Washington quarter has a very specific feature that has elevated its rarity in the collector's market. While millions of these coins were technically minted, the ones that carry certain characteristics, like flawless surfaces, perfect strike, and uncirculated quality, are extremely rare. Collectors often look for coins graded by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, which certify the condition of the coin. A coin in pristine condition can demand a premium that far exceeds its face value. The story of why this coin is so valuable today involves a combination of factors. First, it is part of the ongoing interest in modern rare coins. While many people assume that only coins from the 1800s or early 1900s are valuable, the reality is that certain modern coins, especially those with minting errors, low mintage numbers, or exceptional quality, have skyrocketed in value in recent years. The 2018 P Washington quarter has become one of those coins. Its market value of $83,000 reflects both its scarcity and the demand among collectors who want to add a significant piece to their collection. One of the things that makes the 2018 P Mint mark Washington quarter so special is its condition. Coins that are circulated usually have scratches, dings, or wear from handling. However, coins that are in mint condition, meaning they have not been touched, handled, or exposed to damage, are incredibly rare. Collectors refer to these coins as gem or proof-like if they have reflective surfaces and sharp details. The 2018 P quarter in such condition is what drives its high value. It's important to note that even minor imperfections can drastically reduce the value, which is why grading by professional services is critical. Another factor that contributes to the high value of this coin is the growing interest in numismatics. Over the past decade, coin collecting has experienced a resurgence, with people realizing that rare coins can be not only a hobby but also a significant investment. The Washington quarter, with its long history and iconic design, has become a focus for collectors looking for modern coins with investment potential. The 2018 P Mint mark coin, due to its rarity and exceptional quality, has become a centerpiece in modern coin collections. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a modern quarter like this one worth tens of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. While millions of quarters are minted each year, only a fraction of them meet the strict criteria that collectors seek. Coins that are flawless, uncirculated, and certified by professional graders are rare. This scarcity, combined with high demand from collectors and investors, drives the price up significantly. The market for rare coins operates much like any other collectible market, where scarcity and desirability directly influence value. It's also worth mentioning that the 2018 P Washington quarter has certain design elements that collectors pay attention to. Details like the sharpness of George Washington's profile, the clarity of the inscriptions, and the absence of any minting errors can dramatically affect the coin's value. Coins with tiny anomalies, like doubled dies or striking errors, can sometimes be even more valuable, depending on their uniqueness. While the 2018 P quarter doesn't necessarily have major errors, its pristine condition and perfect strike make it a rare find in today's market. The journey of a coin from being a simple piece of currency to a high-value collector's item is fascinating. Many people do not realize that coins sitting in circulation could one day become worth hundreds or thousands of times their face value. The 2018 P Washington quarter is a perfect example of this phenomenon. It started as an ordinary coin, intended for everyday transactions, but due to a combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand, it has transformed into a valuable asset. Investing in rare coins like the 2018 P Washington quarter can be an exciting way to diversify your portfolio. Unlike stocks or real estate, coins are tangible assets that can be held, displayed, and passed down through generations. However, it's crucial to understand the market and work with reputable dealers and grading services to ensure that the coins you acquire are authentic and accurately graded. The difference between a coin graded at the highest level and one with minor imperfections can be tens of thousands of dollars. Collectors often seek to acquire coins in series, and the Washington Quarter series is particularly popular. Many enthusiasts aim to collect quarters from every year, every mint mark, or every design variation. The 2018 P Mint Mark quarter has quickly become a must-have for serious collectors because of its current market value and rarity. Owning a coin like this is not just about monetary value, it's about owning a piece of history and being part of a community that appreciates the artistry, craftsmanship, and story behind each coin. It's also fascinating to consider how modern technology has affected the market for rare coins. Online marketplaces, auction platforms, and digital databases allow collectors from around the world to access information about coins like the 2018 P Washington quarter. This global access has increased demand and awareness, which in turn has contributed to the high market value. Today, collectors can compare prices, verify authenticity, and participate in auctions with ease, creating a more dynamic and competitive market than ever before. For those who may be new to coin collecting, it's important to understand that rarity alone does not guarantee value. Condition, provenance, and market demand all play crucial roles. Coins like the 2018 P quarter are valuable because they meet all these criteria. They are rare, in impeccable condition, and highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. As more people recognize the investment potential of modern rare coins, the prices for coins like this are likely to continue rising. The story of the 2018 P Washington quarter also highlights the importance of careful storage and handling. Coins that are exposed to moisture, scratches, or improper cleaning can lose value quickly. Collectors often use protective holders, coin capsules, or even climate-controlled storage to ensure that their coins maintain their pristine condition. For a coin worth $83,000, these precautions are not just recommended, they are essential. In conclusion, the 2018 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of history, rarity, and investment potential. Its value of $83,000 reflects the intersection of condition, scarcity, and collector demand. For those fortunate enough to own one, it represents both a financial asset and a treasured piece of numismatic history. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just starting to explore the world of rare coins, the 2018 P Washington quarter is a shining example of how ordinary currency can transform into extraordinary value. Welcome to this in-depth exploration of the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar, one of the most fascinating and potentially lucrative coins in modern American numismatics. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the story behind this coin, its design, its production, and why collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for a single specimen. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete understanding of why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and where it stands in today's market, where its current value can reach an astonishing $23,000 or more depending on condition and rarity. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. first minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The original design, created by the famed sculptor John Flanagan, featured a left-facing portrait of Washington on the obverse and a classic eagle on the reverse. Over the decades, the quarter has undergone numerous changes, including the State Quarters Program, America the Beautiful series, and several special mint issues. Each iteration has its own story, and the 2019 P Mint Mark quarter is no exception. In 2019, the United States Mint continued its America the Beautiful quarter series, which began in 2010 and concluded in 2021. The Philadelphia Mint, represented by the P Mint mark, produced millions of quarters that year, making it one of the more accessible coins for collectors in general circulation. However, among these millions, there are a few extremely rare specimens that command extraordinary prices due to errors, exceptional grading, or limited production runs. The coin we are discussing today is one of those rare examples, which has captivated collectors and investors alike. One of the key factors contributing to the high value of this coin is its condition. In numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. A coin in mint state, meaning it has never been circulated and retains its original luster, can significantly increase in value. The 2019 P Mint Mark Washington quarter in top-grade condition, such as MS-70, is incredibly rare. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, making them highly sought after at auctions and in private sales. Another factor that drives the value of this coin is its potential for error varieties. In coin collecting, an error coin is a coin that deviates from the standard design due to mistakes during the minting process. These errors can include doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet flaws. Collectors often pay a premium for coins with such unique features, because they are one-of-a-kind examples of minting history. While most 2019 P Mint Mark quarters are standard, those few with verified errors or anomalies can reach extraordinary market prices, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. The history of the 2019 quarter is also tied to its design elements. The obverse still features George Washington, honoring his enduring legacy as the first President of the United States. The reverse design for the 2019 quarters belong to the America the Beautiful series, which highlights national parks and historical sites across all 50 states. This series was especially popular among collectors because it combines artistry, history, and national pride, making each coin a miniature tribute to America's heritage. Coins from this series, particularly those in pristine condition or with rare minting characteristics, have consistently appreciated in value since their release. The market for rare 2019 P Mint Mark Washington quarters has grown significantly in recent years. With increased interest in coin collecting and alternative investments, coins have become a way for investors to preserve wealth. Unlike paper currency, which can be affected by inflation, collectible coins often maintain or increase in value over time, especially those with documented rarity and perfect condition. In fact, the coin we're discussing today, with a current market value of $23,000, represents not just a collectible item, but a potential investment opportunity that has drawn attention from serious collectors and numismatic investors around the world. Understanding how to identify these valuable coins is crucial. Collectors look for specific details such as sharpness of the strike, absence of wear, luster, and the presence of minting anomalies. Professional grading services, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC), provide certification that verifies the authenticity and grade of a coin. A 2019 P Mint Mark Washington quarter that has been graded MS-70 or PF-70 by one of these services can command prices far above the average market value. This verification process ensures that buyers and sellers can transact with confidence, knowing they are dealing with a genuine, high-quality coin. The rarity of these coins is also influenced by production numbers. Although millions of 2019 P Mint Mark quarters were minted, only a small fraction meet the criteria for being ultra-high grade or error specimens. Factors such as die condition, minting anomalies, and handling after production all impact which coins survive in perfect condition. For example, coins that were stored immediately in protective packaging after minting and never circulated are much more likely to retain their pristine luster. These carefully preserved coins often become the centerpiece of collections, auctioned for substantial sums. Collectors should also be aware of provenance. Provenance refers to the documented history of a coin's ownership and can add significant value. Coins with a well-documented history, especially if they were part of famous collections or previously auctioned at major numismatic events, often sell for more. For the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter, coins with clear provenance, top grading, or rare error characteristics can easily reach prices in the tens of thousands, as we've seen with recent market trends. The numismatic community has long debated what drives these high values. Some argue that it's purely the rarity and grade, while others emphasize the emotional appeal and historical significance of the coin. Both factors play a role. Collectors are not just buying a piece of metal, they are acquiring a piece of history, a snapshot of the American mint's production process, and an artifact that represents decades of numismatic tradition. The combination of these elements, design, rarity, condition, provenance, and market demand, creates a perfect storm for high valuations. It's also worth noting that the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter represents a modern era in coin collecting. Unlike older coins, which often gain value primarily due to age and scarcity, modern coins like this one can become valuable almost immediately if they are produced in limited quantities or exhibit unique characteristics. This shift has attracted a younger generation of collectors who are interested in contemporary numismatics and the potential for rapid appreciation. The market for these coins is dynamic, with prices fluctuating based on auction results, collector interest, and economic factors. Investors looking to enter this market should exercise caution. While the potential for high returns is significant, it is important to buy from reputable dealers, ensure proper grading and certification, and stay informed about market trends. Coin collecting is both an art and a science, requiring knowledge, patience, and careful observation. The 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter exemplifies this duality, offering both aesthetic appeal and financial potential. In conclusion, the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter dollar is much more than a simple piece of change. Its value stems from a combination of historical significance, exquisite design, rarity in high grades, and the growing interest in modern numismatics. Coins like these, with a current market value of $23,000, demonstrate how even contemporary issues can become valuable collectibles. For collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, this coin represents an opportunity to own a piece of American heritage that could potentially appreciate further in the years to come. Whether you are an experienced collector or just beginning your journey into numismatics, the 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter dollar is a coin worth knowing about. Its combination of artistry, historical relevance, and market value makes it a standout example of why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting and rewarding hobbies in the world. Remember, in the world of coins, knowledge is power. Understanding the intricacies of grading, rarity, and provenance can make the difference between a standard coin and a life-changing collectible. So if you happen to come across a 2019 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter in exceptional condition, take a closer look. Have it professionally graded, and you might just be holding a coin that could fetch $23,000 or more in today's market.